Alright, hello, welcome back to another video. In today's video, it's going to be slightly different. I'm going to explain to you exactly how I grew my personal brand on YouTube, Instagram and TikTok to over 100k followers. So at the time of recording this video, on YouTube I believe I have about 3.5k followers. On TikTok we've got about 95k, and on Instagram we have about 18,000. So all in all, if you do the maths, that is somewhere in and around 120k. So there are three main areas that have really allowed me to grow my brand to this level. So first off, it's the audience. Second off, it is the content. And thirdly, it's going to be the traffic source that we're using. So we're going to waste no time. We're going to get straight into it, all right? So point number one, audience. I know exactly who I'm speaking to when I put out content. I'm essentially putting out content for past me. Okay, I'm putting out content usually for people that want to start a marketing agency, people that want to start an online business, and people that really want to just improve their life, and they want to improve it by making more money and being able to travel and do all the things that they actually want in their life. So I know very, very clearly who my person is. In marketing terms, we call this your avatar. And this is very easy for me because, as I mentioned, I'm literally just marketing to my previous self. So I'm putting out the content that I know Adam would have needed to see about 3 years ago. And so if you're looking to grow your own personal brand, or let's say you are marketing for someone who has a personal brand, you do need to get very, very clear on the audience, okay? Because look, you can build a very, very big following, right? With no specific audience, right? You could put up funny videos, you could become an influencer, but it's not going to have the same level of impact as a targeted personal brand. My personal brand, although it only has, over 100k followers, if we were to compare that to, let's say, an influencer who has 1 million, the money we make from our personal brands might be the exact same, if not very, very similar. So just know that when we're talking about getting 100k followers into my personal brand, I'm more so leaning on the fact that it's a more profitable way of having a personal brand rather than a mass market influencer page. So when you have a rough idea of who your avatar or your audience is, you need to, just break it down so that when you're making a video exactly what you need to say to get the attention of that person. Now, it doesn't have to be a video. You can create other types of content. My point being is that you've got to know, what keeps them up at night, what are their desires, what are their struggles, what are their pain points, and make sure to basically have your content address all of those key areas in each and every video or piece of content you put up. All right, so point number two now is the actual content you create. Okay, so we have a good idea of who we're marketing to and who we're creating content for. Now we have to create the content. So to break down my personal brand to you, I'm going to look at the types of content I put on the different platforms that I have. Okay, so the three main platforms, as we mentioned, are YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. All three have, some content that is very similar and some content that is drastically different. Let's start with YouTube, since we're on YouTube right now. On YouTube, I typically just put out long form content, videos that start from 5 minutes and range to about 15 to 20 minutes in length. These take a lot more time to prepare. I use a lot more high quality equipment, such as this microphone right here. And I don't post as regularly. On average, I may post 2 to 3 times per week. The content I put on YouTube really serves two key points, okay? Point number one is that I obviously want some content to get a lot of views, because if it gets a lot of views, I'll hopefully get a lot of people looking at my profile and hence get more subscribers. But if you were to look at my videos, you'll notice not many of them get that many views. And that's because most of my content is geared towards point number two, which is nurturing people. So people might see my content, whether they found me organically on YouTube or they saw a TikTok from me and then clicked on my YouTube profile. And the purpose of this content is really just to educate them and nurture them and show them that I actually know what I'm speaking about. So for me, YouTube has never been a traffic source where I get new eyeballs. Some people, some of you might even have found me from a YouTube video if you're watching this right now, but most of my traffic will come from TikTok. So that's YouTube. Less content, it takes more effort, more high quality equipment, I post less frequently, and the videos tend to be a lot longer. Now, if you were to go to my Instagram page, you'll notice the content on there, again, is slightly different. So right now, I'll be posting a mix of Instagram Reels, which are basically just my TikToks that I download, remove the watermark, and post on Reels. IGTVs, which is Instagram TV videos. On there, I'm usually posting testimonial videos from students that I've worked with, or snippets from some live trainings or live coaching calls that I've hosted with my members as well. Then we have some lifestyle content, photos of me, maybe I'm traveling, working by the beach, something along those lines. And I will also post what we call quotes and infographics as well. Again, Instagram is not really a place where my content will go viral and people will kind of find me from the actual content on there. Again, it really relates back to TikTok, and that's where most of my traffic is coming from. So people will see a TikTok, see a 10-15 second video, get an interest in what I'm doing, and then look at either my YouTube or my Instagram and decide to follow me from there. Now, super key to note that with Instagram, I post a lot of Instagram stories. I'll post multiple stories every day. And I personally think this is a really, really big factor that has helped me grow my page. Because when someone sees a TikTok from me and then they click onto my Instagram page, they'll not only see content on my feed, such as graphics, quotes, and videos, they'll also see active stories. They'll see behind the scenes of what I'm working on. They'll see a bit of my lifestyle. They might see some results from my students. And because of that, I would imagine a lot more people decide to follow me after seeing how active I am on there. And finally, with TikTok, the content, as you guessed, is very short form. Typically, it is designed to go viral or to at least spark curiosity. Some content I create is actually purposely made to be controversial or just a piece of content that I know people are going to comment under and say something negative about it, because that actually pushes the videos a lot further, because more comments equals more engagements, which TikTok sees that as a good thing. When it comes to growing on TikTok, the biggest factor for the growth that I've seen, which is up to this point about 95,000 followers, is quantity. Yes, of course, the quality of the content you post is very important, but if you're just not posting enough, I just find it's very, very hard to grow. I make it a mission to post between usually 2 to 3 times per day. Some content is going to be super valuable and educational. That really is not going to go viral. And then some content is very short, 7, 8, 9 seconds, and more just lifestyle / motivational content, which will pique curiosity and it will lead people to want to learn more. There are some other tips with TikTok. You know, frequency is the most important factor. The quality of your content in terms of the video quality and the audio quality, I have found that to be massively important. And when I post a video with poor audio, I just know it's not going to perform very well. Alright, so that's a rough coverage of the content. Now, as I would have alluded to in that section there, you probably picked up on it, not all my content is designed to go viral and to get followers. Some of it is, yes, but a lot of content is really there to educate people, to give them value, and to show them that I actually know what I'm doing. There's a lot of people I've found that are in my industry that don't know what they're doing and they're faking what they do. And because of that, they don't post YouTube videos. You know, they don't post long form content. They don't post behind the scenes because they don't actually do what they say they're doing. And because I've noticed that, I've made it really, really clear to people who see my content that I do know what I'm doing, right? Because I'm putting up the long form content, I'm showing the behind the scenes, and I know that that will help me in the long term. Cool. Right, final point I want to cover with you is you have to find really one platform that you're going to dominate. And for me, you know, TikTok has always been the platform where I've gotten the most views and the most interest. And I use TikTok really as the top of the funnel, right? It's people just seeing my content, not really fully understanding it, what I do and, you know, how I run my business, but they see a bit of the lifestyle, they see a little bit about what I'm doing, and it piques curiosity. And that's why Instagram and YouTube are really, really foundational to, I would say, the growth of the business that I have behind my personal brand, because people see what I'm doing on TikTok. They then come to Instagram, watch my stories, maybe watch some YouTube videos. And that's where a lot of people will convert from just being a follower to actually wanting to work with me and to potentially joining my mentorship program. So I would highly recommend that you pick one platform and really focus on that. So for you, that might be Instagram, that might be YouTube, right? Where you're spending, you know, lots of time researching ideas for thumbnails, how to go viral, how to improve your watch time. You know, I do a little bit of that, but I don't do that much, simply because I know the biggest return I'm going to get right now with the current landscape of social media is TikTok. And so I'm going to keep putting my focus on there primarily until I get to a point where that is not working as well. Of course, if you want to grow your personal brand, you can grow it with, you know, paid advertising, whether that's Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, or really any other form. But I have not run any ads for my personal brand. So every single follower I've gotten has been organic. I have run some promos on Instagram where I've paid for shout outs. but everything on TikTok and YouTube has been purely organic. So that is just a brief look into what I've done to get my personal brand over that 100k follower mark. And by the time you're seeing this video, my TikTok Growth Accelerator program is probably live. So if you want to learn way more of the strategies and tactics I've used to get over 95k followers on there, and soon to be over 100k just on TikTok, and how I've then used that traffic to turn it into a real business that pays a decent amount of money every month, go down to the description below and check out that link. The program will be on pre-sale, meaning that it's heavily discounted and it'll probably be a lot more expensive in the coming weeks. And apart from that, if you're new, please do subscribe to my channel. Definitely trying to grow the page here as well. And if you want more videos like this, drop a like and I will see you in the next video.